Good morning, everyone. Welcome to part 18 of our Dream Shop House update video. Sorry it's taken so long. We've been so hard at work trying to do the final push, trying to get things done so we can move in. We are very lucky today to have Omaze sponsoring today's video. Omaze is giving you a chance to win an incredible EarthCruiser TerraNova overland vehicle and $20,000 cash, all while supporting a great charity, First Descents. First Descents provides life-changing outdoor activities for young adults that are dealing with cancer and other serious health conditions. Your donation gets you a chance to win the ultimate overland vehicle and provide support to a great charity. The EarthCruiser TerraNova is based on a Ford F-350 4x4 chassis with a 7.3 liter V8. It has seating for 5 and can tow an additional 10,000 pounds, so you can easily bring your Sherp along with you. It is completely set up for off-grid living with over 500 watts of solar and a 400 amp hour lithium battery. Water purification system, composting toilet, full queen-size bed, outdoor shower, induction cooktop, and a sliding drawer fridge. To help you get to the most remote locations safely and in comfort, the TerraNova also includes a 16,500 pound Warn winch with synthetic rope, 2 separate onboard air compressors, EarthCruiser long travel soft ride suspension, larger fuel tanks, and a ton of extra LED lighting. This thing is flat out amazing. For a chance to win, I'll put a link in the description, but head to omaze.com/ostacruiser and good luck, and hope you guys enjoy the video. Hi.
Hi.
Painting.
No.
So did this already have 2 coats or just 1 coat? I think I had 2 and then just one?
This part had 2
Oh.
because the cabinets were going in.
Yeah.
But I didn't ever do this because I wasn't ever sure how tall I wanted the
Oh yeah, the tile and stuff.
So I just left it.
Plus it gets super dirty doing the grout and stuff. You can see a little bit there. Not really. I guess most of it wiped off pretty good. But anyways, you didn't even watch the video. You didn't even read the comments. There's so many positive comments about
There's
Mrs.
little
Asta.
magic elves that do this.
They're saying she could do everything. She could do anything. She's pretty freaking awesome, that's for sure.
Anything you could do, I could do better. Practice.
Yeah.
I learn quickly and I try my best. That's all I can do.
Yeah, 100%.
And the best thing about it is there's actually people that take the time to teach you how to do it.
Yeah, like her sister, Kim, that works at the paint store. She's been painting for like
Cloverdale Paint, Saskatoon.
25 years, 30 years she's been painting, so she's always got nice little tips. You should watch Kim cut in and stuff. It's like amazing to watch.
Hey, don't compare.
She doesn't tape anything. She's just so good at just, you know.
She's like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, it's too.
Yeah, I'll tape it and do it.
Yeah.
So we just took our panels off because we have to not varathane, but varnish them so they match everything else, because everything else has got a bit of that sheen on it. So that panel there and then those 2 panels there. So
and I also didn't want to get paint on that.
yeah, and that too, right? So they're out of the way, so they're not going to get painted. So good work. All right. Okay, good evening, guys. We're kind of burning the midnight oil here. So we still have those panels off getting treated, but we finished off the inside because we kind of forgot this should have been a finished drywall corner, but we kind of forgot this was going to be a barn door. So we just went on the table saw and we cut some nice thin strips. So we finished it off with that. So, and we're just getting the rest of the baseboard done. So Mrs. Osta's just cutting that piece and that piece, sorry, and this piece. So just getting all the rest of that done, and then just a few pieces of crown molding, but we'll have to wait until those panels are done so we can put those panels in. Oh, I forgot about that. What are we gonna do? Because that crown molding is gonna kind of hold that panel in, so we'll have to figure something out with that. So just a few pieces of crown molding, and then we'll hang our pendant lights and we'll be freaking done. So they came today, GT Glass came and measured, but they said it was gonna be like 3 weeks. Yikes. 2 or 3 weeks for us to get glass, so it's okay. We'll just have baths till then. But yeah, so we're cruising right along. We did the door trim as well. It turned out freaking fantastic. Oh, Jesus, we fell into the shower, sorry. So yeah, boom. Door is done. Do you guys like those little toppers? Kind of cool, eh? All right, last couple to go.
Good. 4x4. Are we up for a walk, Marley? Come on. Let's go. What's that? Oh, let's go get it. Get the kitty. Did you find a kitty? We're still looking, searching. Maybe that kitty will come back. Right, Marley? She's like, I want to poop. Oh, where are we going? It happened. Oh, the dump. Look at this is in front of my face right now. This is in the back of the Jeep Cherokee because we're too lazy to use the truck, but it's not even happening.
No, the truck is full, man.
You're full. You're full of beans.
Full of flooring.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got one stack of flooring, and David's just bringing in the next stack. That's how much flooring this upstairs is going to take, and there's about 12 more boxes, just loose ones, already upstairs, but he's just unloading them off the back of the truck right now. It's a good thing we have a Bobcat. It's heavy too. I think this pallet and that pallet plus the little boxes was over 3,000 pounds. That was max load on the back of that flat deck. So excited. Can't wait to have that flooring in. It's one of the last pieces of the puzzle. Yee! Shirt brim's just gonna get bottom limit there. Yee-hee! Right, yet another day of finishing, but I just wanted to let everybody in on it. This is all the flooring that we picked up the other day. Wait, oh, more, and more. But I've got Leonard coming over, and he's gonna help me install this baby. So hopefully the next view you see of this will look a lot different. Cheers today, everyone. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, snap. So Mrs. Austin and Leonard are started on the flooring in the Can-Am lounge. Oh, it looks really, 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 really good. It does look really good. Look how good that hearth. No, I always get them mixed up. Mantle. You can't really see. Hard to see. There you go. Turned out good. So this is just click together, lay down some underlay, and then click roll together. It's 12 mil. Does it seem like pretty good stuff? Pretty quality stuff? Yeah. Awesome. He's the guy to ask.
One of the better ones I've done.
Oh, perfect. So we'll see if all the time we spend sanding these seams works out.
There'll be no clumping.
Yeah. Awesome. Do you have enough flooring, or should I start bringing up more in a little while?
Up here. What are you talking about?
2 pallets?
I did it all
You did
myself.
two pallets.
Yeah. What do you think?
Holy, I thought you just did 1 pallet.
Just had a party out here?
Holy, so she brought him 2 entire pallets. She got in a zone. She got in the workout zone. Holy smokes. Did you do 2 at a time the whole time?
Yeah.
Holy. Just beast moded it. 40 trips?
Yeah.
Holy. Oh, there's more out here too. Holy. Good work.
What were you doing? Popcorn. Relaxing. He did almost twist his ankles. So.
Oh. We'll edit that out in case that happens in the parking lot at work. Yeah. And while those guys are doing the flooring up there, look who shows up. Can't see. Boom. Leon's delivering a few things. We are still, I think we have everything now, but we're still waiting on the dishwasher. But we got our fridge, thank God. But I have, before we can put it in, I have to get an end on that water line for the water in the fridge and the ice maker. So I bought this end, but I need a 90 because this is gonna stick out of the wall too much. So I gotta get these guys settled. This is one of the main reasons we went with an extra huge front door. Got her. Perfect. Hey, what are you doing here? You're gonna get squished. Come here. The big one. Awesome. Okay, you ready for this cutter? Snap! Oh yeah. And you could almost start the next row with that. Nice. It's pretty close to that one. Yeah.
So you look at it and you go, okay, no. And so this one's too short, that one's too, this one's too long. So we'll end up cutting a piece
To start.
to start it.
And you get a really nice unpattern. So like, yeah, yeah. He's lucky he gets to walk on the floor. Just kidding. Freezer, I don't think I showed that. And holy smokes, 6 freaking TVs. I even forgot what ones I picked for what areas. So TV there, TV out there, TV in our bedroom, big 2 TVs upstairs and 1 in the shop. Bing, bang, boom. Big one, 85-inch in the shop, 75-inch upstairs. I can't remember the other size for the other one upstairs, probably a 55. Or no, that frame one. It's kind of like, looks like a picture frame kind of. That one goes upstairs. And then a 55 for here and a 55 for our bedroom. Perfect. Everything else is mostly clean, so it's just Wraith that was really dirty. So remember all those pallets that were here? Mrs. Osta videoed me bringing them in with a bobcat. She took them all upstairs herself. Oh my God. Judging by the amount of empty cartons, I'd say they're doing pretty good. Oh yeah, way over half. So that stuff's got kind of peel and stick to put a new roll on. Nice.
You're not coming and just keep going, oh, look at this.
I'm busy. I'm just letting the machine soak right now. I've been working hard.
You should
Or hardly working.
some of those boxes too.
Which ones?
Like that.
And do what?
Flooring it.
Take some flooring out? Okay. Oh yeah, that looks really good. It's gonna look really good with baseboard. It's gonna look really good with
I don't want to make it.
those air return covers.
What?
Those air return covers. Oh goodness.
We're gonna get there.
Okay, it's supper time. Leonard just left. Leonard and Mrs. Osta were freaking pounding this out. Let's see. Oh snap.
On the machine.
Doesn't it feel soft? What's what I'm talking about?
Wear your shoes. You
Sorry.
Just stay in one spot.
Sorry. Holy cow, does that look fabulous. It looks so good.
Can't wait to make my baseboards.
Yeah, totally. We gotta run a bunch through the table saw and then Mrs. Osta got to stain them and varnish them. So it
But
takes
at
time.
least Everything's done downstairs.
Yes. So and it'll go quick. I was telling them, look at these runs, how long it is. That's uninterrupted. That one at least has the fireplace in the way.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Nothing
So
like that downstairs.
yeah, exactly. the kitchen breaks it up downstairs, so, and that cabinet doesn't go to the roof.
16s. Boom,
Yeah, yeah.
boom.
It'll go quick. Like you said, you do 16 feet at a time. It goes super quick.
Just
So
go quick, you know, staining, wiping,
yeah,
washing.
that does not go quick. So when he comes back, in a week or two, we'll get this all cleaned up, and we got to sand all these joints the same, and then we'll get all this
And we get to have them.
flying too. Oh yeah, we got to do all those doors. So much fun. It was a long day today.
But we got stuff. So
Yeah, lots done. You guys did freaking awesome. And I didn't even go into the bedroom and the closet and stuff. That's all done too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeez, you guys did awesome. And
Leonard did a run under the stairs
Yeah.
so we could put our pantry together.
yeah. So Mrs. Osta was up there doing the flooring by herself for a bit because Leonard was down here finishing the flooring in here off.
I'm just going to admit that I did make a mistake. I'm like, hey, did I do a pretty good job? He's like, ooh.
You did?
So you can't have the boards this close. It has to be like at least this far.
What do you mean?
Like the spacing. Because
Oh,
what happens-
the
it makes it weak.
seams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I started the one
Too close?
Yeah, and he's like, ooh.
So-
It was only a couple rows, so it's
Did,
okay.
you didn't have to take it up?
Yeah, we did.
Oh.
But it was only a couple rows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is all totally done now. So now we can put some baseboard, put some crown molding, and then build a bunch of shelves. So cool floor. Fella, you got a cool floor. Cool. And then we got a upright freezer. We bought this one before we moved, and it is way too small. So I think we're just gonna end up selling this one. It doesn't really, well, there's lots in there, but you know, it doesn't really hold quite enough. So we got this big beast here, so that should hopefully hold a bit more, stagger the shelves, and should be good. And hopefully it's frost free. So all right, good afternoon guys. So if you remember how the front of these lower posts looked, they were way too wide. They were 24 inch by 24 inch, and then we still had to put rock on them, so they would have been like really massive, and they really didn't look proper. So I got them all ripped apart, and now I'm rebuilding them, and I'm doing the capstone that we're using to go on top is 18 by 20, and I want to have an inch for the rock plus an inch for overhang. So I cut them down to 13 by 15. So, and then once the sheeting's on, I think it's 13.5 by 15.5. Once the sheeting's on, it'll be close to 14 by 16, 2 inches, 2 inches. That should be perfect. So yeah, what a it's going really slow because I'm reusing, so that's what's taking so dang much time, is taking all the nails out and crap. So but anyway, she's going. This one I just got to finish cutting those bottom two boards, put 2 more boards on that, and then I can put some sheeting on, and that one will be done, and then we'll start on that one. Good morning guys. So it is awesome, pretty sunny, nice morning.
What
So
day is it?
it is May 5th, because yesterday was May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
So we are just starting on the patio exterior. So we're just doing the outside corners and inside corners, and then we can start with a shiplap siding. So we're doing that. We had to get these corners in because Tristan is here and he's putting all the lath on, so we can start the rock as well. So he can start the rock. So we had to take the downspouts off. So they're just cruising along, putting lath on. So all the rock's going obviously there, and then all the way up the big fireplace chase there. So we got that corner on, and then we just laid a piece of siding there just to see. So, and then we gotta put boards all the way around each window. So yeah, no more Tyvek wrap. So we'll get cruising on that, and a couple hours we should have all these rough 2x4s on. Are they 2x6s? They're rough something, but yeah, they're really cool. They're really chunks of wood, man. Holy, they're heavy. Yeah, rough 2x6, so they're full width, 2 inch by 6 inch. So okay, it is still freaking gorgeous out. Mrs. Osta's working me like gangbusters. It's crazy. She knows I go back to work in a day, so she's like, let's just keep going. So we almost got this side done. Doesn't that look freaking fantastic? So we got the 2 pieces cut for that, and we got the piece cut for that. So we only have 2 pieces left. Oh my goodness. That looks fan-freaking-tastic. The dark stained wood with that black windows. Holy cow, did that turn out great. Fantastic. Just, I'll put that one in, just keep staining those other two and then I'll nail them in. Holy smokes. That was a long day. For me, I usually try to sleep in and be lazy, but it was like, Tristan's here! Just like banging on the trailer. Holy cow. So Tristan came and he got all the lath on for the lower part anyways. So tomorrow he's going to start laying rock on the fireplace chase and then around the front. And then we can continue on with the siding, where we got to stain these rough cut 2x6s because we've got to put one there, one there, one there, one there, and then up front we got to put two as well. So we want to start at the back so we got our groove and we knew exactly what to do. So when we come to the front, it'll be freaking flawless. So, all right, we'll just take a quick little video when we get those last few pieces in.
What am I making you do right now?
Oh, yeah.
Sun's gone down, cakes on the griddle.
So we learned when we sided, because it's kind of like siding, when we sided our last house, you have to keep everything the same, even though, you know, so that it matches up, so everything's the same. So we had to cut this first one short to make it so it tucks up, so everything's proper. So I remember when we were doing the siding, we didn't line it up, and then we got to above the windows and nothing lined up, so we had to take it all off, and oh my goodness, what a
But look at how spectacular.
That's awesome.
Al Howland
Yeah,
in Love, Saskatchewan.
All the
Howland
rough
Farms,
sawn.
man.
rough sawn wood from Howland Farms. It's awesome. We've used so much. Every piece of raw wood in here, other than the building package, came from Al Howland. And we have to go get some more from him.
It's my addiction now.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
This is how you get it perfect.
This
Right
is his
there.
little spacers.
Yeah. Look at these little guys I made. These are for the next rows. So that's how much overhang there is, 1.25 inches reveal or overhang.
Looks like there's gonna have to be a
Overlap.
little piece on the top.
Yeah, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna end up with a 3-inch piece or whatever. Okay, where was I? Okay, right there, right there. Usually we use staples, but for this little stuff I'm just using 16 gauge nailer with 2.5-inch nails. Oh, come on, baby.
Just to get rid of the tie back.
Huh?
Just to get rid of the ugly tie back.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Ching. Bingo.
All right.
I wanted to say this before, but I didn't. Liu Kang wins. Flawless victory. Or is it the opposite? That's okay. Sun is almost set. The lights are on. Whee!
That's it.
What's that one view? Whee!
What you want? Wee.
So-
Holy cow.
Wow, that's what it looks like done, okay? And that's what it looks like almost ready to finish. Okay? So,
Holy, look at the sunset now.
much better.
Wow.
Pretty.
Wow.
All right. Are
Okay,
you ready?
guys.
Are you ready to
Thanks
relax?
Thanks for following along. So guess what I got to do tomorrow? I got to take that garbage off there because the rock's going up there, and I got to put a treated piece of 2x10 or something. Screw that on, and then the rock can go up to that. Maybe it'll be about this big. Then the rock can go up to it, and then I should have thought ahead when I mounted those.
You didn't mount those.
Oh yeah, I didn't. I just did the cell phone. The
Yeah.
internet guy did that one, and the Bell Express View guy did that one. So super willy-nilly, and it could have all been out the same hole is how it should have been. Every cable should have been out one hole, and then you would only have to work around one hole. Now there is Bell Express View cable on the exterior, and then the cell phone and the internet go inside the chimney chase. Garbage. So I'm
Alright.
gonna figure that out.
Poo.
So I got that one off. I don't know if there's just a few less rocks in it, but holy smokes, it is right at the very max capacity. As I was lowering it down, I was starting to tip forward. These ones are a tiny tiny bit heavier, I might have to stack a couple rocks off, but holy cow, it never ends. Still a little bit light out. Got him! So I just had a maximum tilt, and that brings the weight far enough back where I could get him off. Thank God. So I don't have to hand stack anything. Just driving it right now, it's just at the absolute freaking max of this thing. This feels like it's gonna fall forward at any second. But we got her, just enough. Thank goodness. We'll put this one at the corner there so it's he can do that fireplace chase with this one. Awesome. You don't like orange? The switch up there is like the kind of manual switch.
Okay. This is short people issues. Right, number one.
You know what's funny is it's gonna suck everything that's in the lines. Go. Oh, it's so quiet. That's awesome.
Why is it on though?
It's on because that turns it on no matter what. That's a manual switch.
Where's the suckage coming from?
Come on. In the lines that are in the wall.
No, I know,
But what?
I thought there was going to be a detachment on here. Oh. There.
And you know why that doesn't feel super strong? Because the one upstairs is wide open. No, there's brand new stuff. So we bought a central vac off Facebook Marketplace for $50, and I was gonna put it in, but then I'm like, why do a job twice? So we bought. Man, that's super quiet. The only thing I don't really like is the inlet and the exhaust are almost on the same plane, so the muffler, unless you put the muffler pointing straight up, it kind of interferes. On the other side. So I'm gonna follow that, and I gotta just crimp two things on. See, like right where that green light is.
Oh, okay.
So that green light tells you that there's power. Here's just, oh, it's in a bag, dang. Because I was gonna say you could see what it sucked up out of all the lines.
So if I plug a hose in there, will it turn it on?
Yeah, well, no, not yet, because I don't have that brown wire hooked up. Okay, I'll hook that up real quick. Okay, she's pretty excited about these accessories.
Like, check
Look,
it out.
look how long.
I always want to vacuum out my dryer. And look at this thing. You can go in there and suck everything out.
And it's
all the
bendy.
Yeah, it's like...
She was just whacking me with it, so that's why I turned the video on so you guys could witness the abuse.
But like, that's awesome. 'Cause you know he's trying to get a little crop.
What else? Look at this thing. It's like a
He was
hard floor
amazed
cleaner.
by this for
Well, that's
some
pretty
reason.
cool. That's pretty cool, no? I don't know.
But like,
There is a lot of stuff. There's a power head attachment, but we'll never use it because we have no carpet.
here's the standard one. See? That's what the
That's
standard
pretty long too.
I know.
But that one is
Like,
extra
come
long.
on now. This is...
That's pretty cool.
If anybody else knows what it's like, this is perfect.
If you really like cleaning like Mrs. Osta,
Shush.
you'll be really
It's like
excited.
a super amazing add-on feature that I've never seen before.
And it comes with a little soft case, like you guys got for your. Hey, remember OG watchers from the first few episodes when we were talking about whether it would be central vac?
I'm not going to say that this was the first choice. This one's a little bit less.
Yeah, it's a little smaller, so we'll see if it works. It was such a good price. It was like $3.99 at Costco with all the install stuff. So and the electric accessory kit and everything. So it was super cheap, and it's nice. It has bags. So our other one was bagless, which was kind of nice. You didn't have to buy bags, but every time you wanted to dump it, like you basically looked like Home Alone when they went through the house and they're all full of soot. That's what you look like every time you dumped it. So this will keep all the junk in the bag. You just replace the bag. Bags are like $2 each. So yeah,
We keep accumulating.
it works. I'm pretty excited every time we hook something up, because if you guys remember the one episode when we were doing all the central vac line, it was a lot of line and a lot of outlets. So every time you hook something up and it works,
Remember how ragey
it's exciting.
you were?
I was fine. Well, okay, I was raging at the start because I didn't want to do central vac. So then she convinced me to do central. Okay, so we do the entire run of central vac with like 7 different pan vacs and outlets and this and that. We get it perfectly. And you know when you do a job and you're like, wow, that went really good. All the glue joints went in, everything went really good. And then after we're all done, I have the pipe coming out of the ceiling, so we're totally done. She's like, we have to add one more.
Right here.
Just one more.
So now.
So I'm like, no, we're not doing it. We're not doing it.
When you're in here, we'll just get an industrial hose and you can clean out the truck and the car in here.
So I was like, we're not doing it. And then she wouldn't let up.
So
Just
smart.
for like 2 days. So then I went up there and I was so mad and I took the Sawzall and I just started chopping pipe and she's like, well, don't do it if you're going to be mad. I'm like, it's too late. Anyways, so then we chopped it, redid it all, put another outlet in, and then redid it all. So in the end, you were probably right, but holy at the time.
Here, are there right in
Yeah, so this is what finally pushed me over the edge is when you explained about this was going to be the mudroom and there was no
Centrovac hose, or
Yeah.
you put it in there, but I think
Yeah.
this would be good spot.
Yeah. So then you can always keep this nice and clean. So she actually tried to push for a pan vac in there, but I was like, there's no way. There's no way. So hose being right here, it'll be easy to clean. Yeah.
Otherwise,
We'll have two hoses. Yeah.
you'd
Yeah.
have to drag it from the hose.
Totally. Yeah. It's that's what finally I said, okay, she does have a point. So after 2 days of saying I'm not going to do it, I did it. So women out there, you know what it's like. Okay. Got everything zip tied up. And just one final mod. 5 extra horsepower. Let's go check upstairs. Okay, we still have to put the cover on this one, but I was just very curious. Oh yeah. That's really good suction, so hopefully that works good. So I was a little worried when we first turned it on because that one was open, a pan vac was open, and an outlet in the patio was open. So I felt it, I was like, man, that does not feel like very much suction. So we closed those two and then now it feels really great. So she should work. Good morning, guys. So we are finally getting some rain. Look at how low the creek is. So it started raining about 3 a.m. and it's been going hard ever since. It's supposed to rain all day. So we'll look at this tomorrow evening and we'll see how much extra runoff there is, but that should do it for the forest fires. Thank God. This should really douse them, and if there was any hot spots left, that should take care of them. So that was touch and go there for a while for a lot of people, a lot of folks, so I'm glad that's taken care of. Things are really gonna green up now. Everything's budding out, so this rain is gonna be really welcome. So crazy, just barely flowing. So yeah, we'll check that out in a little bit and we'll see how much the runoff is, but all right, let's get home. Good afternoon, guys. So look how close these guys are getting done. Tristan's up there in the top one doing the backside. So close. Man, that was a pile of rock, you guys. We went through 4 pallets of rock. And then Connor's here. He's hooking up the rest of the faucets in the kitchen and the drain. So man, we're gonna have a full functioning kitchen. How exciting is that? So look at that. Look at how much rock. What do you guys think of this rock? Like I said before, it's the same stuff we used inside. It's a natural rock, just like hand split and put on the wire backing, but it's not like a cast rock, so it should last for a really long time. So as it rains a few times, it's going to darken up a bit. It's just got like, it's dusty is basically what it is. So we had a couple sample pieces and I washed them and it darkened up kind of like that there. So it won't be quite as light gray, but oh man, they did such a freaking good job. And then they just got to finish the top of our little post. Remember these little posts that we had to bust apart and rebuild? So they got to finish putting the capstone on. Looks like another about row, and then the capstones go on, and then this front will be done. And then finally Dean can come in and we can get our grade all, our finished grade all done here. So we've got to bring a whole bunch of truckloads of fill in here. Like you can see over there, that's got to come up like 2 feet almost. So we're going to be bringing, I don't know, another 10 or 12 or 14 truckloads of fill, and then this whole area won't fall off so quickly. So it'll be a lot nicer for in the winter, for plowing, for everything. So I think what'll happen is it'll come out here, and then there'll be a point where it falls off kind of like the edge of the driveways, and then the grass will all start there. So I think, I don't know, we'll see what Dean says. But yeah, exciting stuff. And then we can, this summer, hopefully, we want to do our paving stone kind of front entryway, get rid of, obviously clean all this up, get rid of that plywood, but that's all our finished grades got to get finished first before we do that. So, but the front is looking freaking great. No more house wrap. We were looking at that house wrap for a long time. So thank God that's all done. All right, we're gonna get some drone video when the sun gets to about here in the sky, so the front is not in the shadow. So we'll check that out. All right. guys, so we're just in the kitchen here. Like I said, Connor and his crew are getting our sinks and stuff hooked up. This island sink is gonna have a carburetor, so he's got the carburetor all hooked up with the drain, hot and cold water all hooked up, so that's awesome. And then kitchen sink, double sinks, 2 drains, all the water lines hooked up. So that's sweet. So we'll have water in the kitchen. So, and then I'm not sure if we can do the pot filler just yet. We still got to finish the backsplash. I just wanted to show you guys this. So I know earlier we talked about getting our grills to cover our heat vents, and upstairs, you know, the heat vents in the floor. So we got a local company, DJAX, to give us a couple samples, and this is what we're totally going to go with. Look how freaking cool that is. So they can custom cut those out to any size you want, and then they just weld on the bracket so it sits in the floor. And then here's the round ones that go on the roof, so up into the roof. So these are just samples. We're going to end up making this 7.5 inches, and then they're just going to drill 1 hole on each side so we can secure them to the roof. And so that'll cover all our vents in the roof, and actually in the bathrooms, the Van E, which is like your bathroom fan, those will cover that too. So we need a lot, and our air return covers too. So those will be a lot bigger. So they'll get all those cut and they'll send them off to powder coating, and then we can throw all those on too. But I just wanted to show you how cool of a job they did. Turned out super, super cool. We just chose a pattern, and yeah, they cut them out and welded them up. Super neat, eh? They were super expensive to order online, so we thought, why not just stay local and get the local guys, DJAX Welding in Prince Albert, to weld them up for us. Great prices and super fast service. Like we came up with a design and they had this ready for us the next day to test out. So super awesome. Huge thanks to those guys. Okay guys, so same as the floor in the Can-Am Lounge, our little deck area out here, we got to sand all these seams, so, and get our flooring laid. So I'm just starting over here. We got it all vacuumed up, cleaned up. So I'm just starting to knock these seams down, make sure it's all nice and flat. The only area where we might have an issue is right here. There's quite an uneven spot there between the OSB and this plywood, so I'm not sure what we're gonna do there. But we'll get it all flattened out and sanded out. Jonathan, are you made of sugar? Were you starting to melt in the rain? Why didn't you come around when everyone was here? You came and they said, are you looking for me? And you're like, I don't know. And then you drove away. We could have had some fun. We were hitting the pond in 6th gear in the Sherp.
6th gear?
Yeah, like as fast as it would go. We would start right at the corner back there, and we'd go as fast as it would go and skim and then smash in. Yeah. On my last video, everyone's like, you need to bring Jonathan out on his muskeg ride. And I'm like, okay. Oh, well, that was a welcome little thunderstorm. It's getting super hot and weird out, so it's like forest fire again. So you see these stupid seams? That's what I'm sanding. That one is a really bad one. So if you don't sand them, the floor will actually have a hump in it. So, and I think as you're walking up the stairs, especially with that window back there, you would really see it right away in the flooring. So you have to sand that all smooth. I don't know what I'm going to do there. See how much of a difference there is there? So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. That's a real bugger, that one. So, yeah. Yeah. X-Max strips. So for the controller, and the batteries are like packed away. I still haven't found them, so I can't run it right now. Otherwise, I would skim it right across the whole pond.
Yeah. I've seen you guys on YouTube.
Oh yeah, right on.
Just your red quad is like a dream quad building. I'm working up to it.
Oh, nice.
I have.
Jonathan, did you see in here yet? We got the flooring all done. We got the fireplace done. We got some.
Found your cat?
Huh? No cat.
Mine's not a 1586, but it's an $800.
Oh
It's
yeah.
got a lift kit with 30-inch super swappers, and
Oh, nice.
I'm trying to like build up to that one. But
Oh, sweet. Yeah, we're getting there. The bathrooms, they got all the water running now. We just have to install the toilet. We needed a different flange, so our water works everywhere. We just needed because the tile is so thick, we needed an extra flange to bring it up, and then we can mount the toilet. And then hope to God our shower doors are here pretty soon.
Oh, it's gonna be glass doors here?
Yeah, right to the roof, so.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so, and then we just got to finish these pocket doors. We hung this one, so we'll just be like this. Once there's all trim on everything, it'll like fit perfectly in the space. So it's coming, and there's little guides there so it fits in the middle better. But
Wait, so this just has like little wheels on it?
up there, yeah, it kind of hangs.
So like a closet door?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, most of the time it'll probably stay open, but
There gonna be grass in here? Or?
yeah, we got they're gonna come back with a bulldozer and all that black dirt that's in the pile, so that will all get spread, and then we'll have some driveways, a couple of them, but the rest is all gonna be grass. So we'll finally get rid of, we'll cover up all the sand, so the sand's not always blowing around. It's like the Sahara Desert here. So we'll get that all done. We'll get those rig mats out of there, down there, lay a bunch of gravel, and be ready for when it really rains. Otherwise we'll be screwed. Okay, so I just been sanding for a little bit there, like not even very long, and look how much Leonard's got done already. Boom! Oh, doesn't that look awesome, you guys? Wow. So he had 2 different double switches and a switch and an outlet there to deal with. Man, it looks awesome. And then we put some fabric to cover up where they had to cut out that drywall to move the pot filler up. So that's all gonna be sealed nice there. So once that gets done, we can even mount our pot filler. It's super easy. You just gotta shut the water off because that's pressurized. And then thread in the thing, thread on the pot filler faucet, and then the entire kitchen will be, as far as plumbing, will be done. So the only thing left after that is our in-cabinet lighting is the only thing that's got to get ran. And then we got to make our special little log light here. That's still got to get done, but for the most part, it's pretty good. Hey, do you like our chairs? Yeah. That's how big our chairs are going to be. So just seeing for space.
It's a couch.
Yeah, they're called chair and a half. So you could fit like 4 kids on it, but you could fit like 2 full-size adults. They're like chairs, but they're just really big. So we'll have 2 of those there. And then upstairs, there'll be more seating. Yeah, totally. And then we're going to get a different dining room table. Like we're going to get like one made out of like thick wood. And then I'm not sure what we're going to do for chairs. Oh yeah, so and then we got to mount that barn door. That goes right here. So we're just working on that right now. We got this chunk of wood. I think she stained it. Let's see. Oh yeah, right there. So that board right there gets mounted to the wall, and then the rail that the wheels run on for the barn door mount to that board there. Oh, it's smelly in here.
Family history right there, Jonathan.
Yeah, that was out of the old barn. Yeah, we went and got it, and then we just planed the backside because it was like over 2 inches thick. So
We didn't want to get rid of all of it.
yeah. Oh, there's lots of cool stuff there for sure. Lots of old logs and stuff like that we could use.
I'm sure she's been in and out of there all the time.
Hey, what do you have this thick stuff staying for? That's we're cutting down for crown molding?
Shelves.
Oh, those are shelves. Oh, awesome.
Oh, you didn't know, bro.
Now I know. Shelves.
My dad to buy me a bigger bike.
Yeah, you need like a 125, maybe even 250, maybe even like a 450.
Hey, your cousin from Okotoks in the video.
Boom. That's your cousin from Okotoks? All right.
Hello.
Okay, so that's it.
150.
I was gonna be around.
$150 is
230.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I could ride Adam's bike.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect size.
Yeah.
It's not like insane fast, still like way powerful, but it's not like a frickin' 250.
Yeah, it's not like a 250, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 15, 16.
Yeah.
But like the girls usually ride it because it's like a little bit on the hillside, but like also on the.
Oh, he's so.
Come on, Miney. Go see. She's like 9 years old. Shh. Hey. Shh. That's your friend. Hey. Hey. That's your friend. She won't bite. She won't bite. She's really nice. She never bites. She's a really good puppy. Oh, I thought you wanted to see your friend. Good evening, guys. Oh, look at that sunset. So I'm just up here on top of the basket lift. Just checking things out. Look how good that rock looks. And Tristan is almost done. He has a tiny little bit on the backside and a tiny little bit on the backside there. And then he is freaking done. Oh, it looks so gorgeous at this time of night. Look at all the sand. Can you guys see all that sand up there? We need a good rain. So once we get all our, our concrete and our gravel and all our grass, it'll cover up a lot of the sand, so we won't be in the Sahara Desert anymore. So we shouldn't have that issue anymore. Surprisingly, this little roof doesn't have a ton of sand on it. Just got a little bit of the mortar from the rocks that's got to get washed away. You can see the lake from over here pretty good. It is a freaking gorgeous night. It was like 30 some today, which is unusually hot for this early in June for us. And tomorrow is supposed to be 33. That's like 90 Fahrenheit. Like, that's crazy. That's like our hottest days in end of July, and we're getting it first thing in June. Crazy. If we get a bit of moisture, oh man, the sky even looks just gorgeous over there. If we get a bit of moisture, holy, our crop's gonna start growing. Already everything's greening up really nice. You can tell in the last few days it's really got lots greener. So what's crazy is pretty much to the day, we started right at the beginning of June with our build, and that was just clearing the land, digging in. So in 1 year, boys, we are really close to finishing in 1 year. So the inside of the patio is going to take a tiny bit longer, and then we want to do that big deck back there. That'll take a little bit longer, but you got to always have projects, right, guys? Can't finish too early. So anyways, we are really close to bringing you the next update video as well. So I was just waiting for Tristan to finish the exterior, then the exterior will be done. We've got so much done on the interior, as far as more interior doors, more interior trim, the backsplash in the kitchen, all sorts of stuff done in the inside. All the water is hooked up, all the drains are hooked up, so we have functioning kitchen, functioning bathroom. So super nice. As soon as we get shower doors, boom, we're moving in, guys. So it's coming really soon. So all right, stay tuned. So because this part here, the pantry was add-on, it was done after the fact, and it doesn't quite match up with the rest of the floor. So we've got to float it just to make sure everything's nice and smooth, so the flooring ends up nice and smooth. Remember all those joints we sanded in here? This floor is laying just perfectly smooth. You can't see any sort of ripples or anything. So it was quite a bit extra effort. It was probably overall it was probably a good 4 or 5 hours of sanding and cleanup. But then you have a perfect floor, other than needs to get washed. You'll have a really nice flat sitting floor. So we're hoping for the same result out here. So actually out here, there was only a few bad seams. It was mostly pretty good, except for this area over here. But when Leonard's done, it'll be all flat and it'll lay down really nice. Good morning, guys. So we're trying to tackle it on our own. We learned from the master, Leonard. Leonard passed on all his knowledge to us. So we're just finishing up the little deck here. So we got a good start. Leonard got it started off all straight and nice. So I was showing you guys yesterday, he got all this, what's it called, like float? You know, you feather that all out anyway. So there was we used 1/2 inch plywood at one point, so we're a good 1/2 inch out. So we got that all perfectly straight, all sanded nice, so the floor should sit really nice on there. So thank God for Leonard, because little things like that, I would have probably just tried to lay flooring over it, and then you'd see all these humps and bumps in your flooring, and it just wouldn't look like a good job. So we got our little second row of underlayment down. So we're gonna, it actually goes really quick. Remember when I said I was gonna set up a GoPro? I didn't. But like maybe not even an hour. Laminate goes pretty quick once you get going. It probably would go quicker, but Mrs. Osta is really insistent on making sure that there's no sort of pattern or anything, or choosing. I think there's, what do we say, 10 different pieces. So 8 only? I think 10. Ready? Oh. Just sounds like everything's breaking when that happens. So yeah, we're almost done. So now we got to decide if we're going to smash this railing off, because we got to start on our actual railing. And holy cow, we decided to go with 6x8s for posts. Does there have to be a post right here? Yeah? And you have a thing there? Oh yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah. So and then we're getting these really cool custom cut panels with just like kind of like a nature scene or whatever, just kind of a real kind of abstract pattern, nothing too detailed, but so that'll fill in the panels or whatever, and then we'll just frame those in with like, you know, like kind of like 1x1 or 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch pieces, stick them in. So, and then we're gonna to mount the posts, I think I have to look up what the regs are for the height that's got to be. I think it's 42 inches. So we'll probably cut them at least 48 or 50. It's 38. Anyways, we'll cut it longer so that we can cut out half of it, so that half of it comes down the wall. So then you can use giant lag bolts and bolt it in so they're super sturdy, because it's pretty tough to attach up here, right? It's not like you can kind of toenail it into the laminate flooring. So so yeah, we'll get that truck in there, and then holy cow, I think the inspector's gonna come back and he's gonna say, good job, you guys, and it's gonna pass, and then we're gonna move this dang trailer out of here and we're gonna move in. Look how dusty it is. We should set it outside for a couple weeks. Maybe it'll get a couple rains, or just go up there with the pressure washer, I guess. Wash it all off good and then park it in under our RV shelter there. So, good work. Okay, so the last row we gotta cut on the table saw, because it ends up being like just over half a board. So out of all this flooring, all the flooring in here, it's not just the main area, the bedroom too, behind the bar. So all this, we estimated however many square feet, and guess what we have left other than those are all cut with a table saw. So we have 5 boards left.
5 boards and these 3 little pieces.
And the pieces, but holy cow, that's cutting it close. Thank God.
And not only that, but people don't realize that this is a pattern.
Yeah.
So we had to lay it all out if we didn't think we should. But if you start doubling,
It's an unpattern.
what do you mean? Well,
It's not a pattern.
So you can't put this one beside this.
Those are the only ones that, to me, stick out in the floor. The ones with those extra kind of saw blade
But
marks.
This one has
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, you can see.
But yeah,
3 of
and
them.
it's lights and darks too. So if you
Yeah.
have too much dark or too much light, there's just a method to the madness. Okay.
This one in here looks a little duller just because I think it just needs to get washed. What? You almost wipe out? Now I gotta bleep out that F word. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I already showed you guys. We're pretty excited about our little grate covers. But yeah, so trucking right along. Now I think we're gonna put up some shelves in the pantry. Let's go do that. We already made the little supports. I'll show you them right now.
All right, some finishing touches here to make the space look just a little bit cooler. Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna have to get adjusted up. I think it's pretty close to the floor. Huh?
It's not even close.
All right, so these aren't the drawers you're looking for. Smile.
Oh my God, okay.
Got it.
Wow, look at that, perfect fit.
Wow, that's awesome. First time,
Oh, it does fit perfect.
but it's too far.
Whoa, what do you mean too far? Oh,
See?
yeah, you can adjust it anywhere.
There you go.
You about there. I haven't tightened them yet.
All right, so that's how you DIY that.
So we mounted it a tiny bit low, so we ended up having to shave 1/2 inch off the bottom of the door.
Looks fine.
So there's always workarounds. So someone the last little bit when we were putting the last boards in on the top, Mrs. Oster recorded in slow motion.
All these left in that one.
It was totally, I left it there, but I told you. So there's like
That's so funny.
that's pretty funny.
Not really.
I don't know if I could do anything within editing, so I'll put a little bit of that in there, guys. You'll see if I got it fixed or not. But if not,
You guys are crazy.
We're gonna get them to make panels.
Oh, there you go.
Can you imagine if you had your finger in there?
No,
Holy blood,
it hurts.
Doesn't it look so much better than
Yee!
before?
Yes.
Looks so awesome.
The floor is on. The wall's finished. The wall there's
Why can't I go
finished.
along and put...
anyways, we finished our little shelves. So we just used a piece of 3/4 inch like pipe, like plumbing pipe, and we cut that with our little saw. And then these little hangers are actually out of our, what are they called?
New age cabinet.
Yeah, out of our new age cabinets. So they come with like so many, so you have some extras. So you end up having a bunch of little hooks. Plus, it fits in that little thing just perfect there. So and then we just did two. What are these 9-inch shelves? So just no nine this way.
Sorry,
9 with 12 inches space, so we can fit nice baskets there for all your gloves and junk, and then enough room for hats and whatever else. So you got actually, like, you know, there's quite a bit of room there, just enough for a shelf. Because if you do, in our old house, we made longer shelves, but then you couldn't you couldn't reach up because it closed off the opening so much. So this way, at least, you know, you can still use it. And look how much. Look how much extra room is up there too. You could have did 2 more shelves, had 4 shelves in there. But man, it turned out so good. This whole little closet is like, it's like, man, wait, it looks like someone else did it other than us. It turned out so good. Like the gap on the doors.
You forgot to mention the powder that was flying out of your mouth when you were doing
I think I talked about that. I talked about how annoying it was, but.
You know what we do need to do?
What?
As I see right here,
What?
at our old place we had a boot.
Oh yeah.
So you could just tie into this baby right here.
Oh yeah.
And then that'll be the first level, and then
Oh yeah. Just use that as the one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But the thing is, in all actuality, how much this closet's not going to use very much, especially not by us.
True.
We're going to be using your little mudroom area way more, so I don't think we're going to do too much.
This is just for visitors.
Yeah, so it's awesome.
So when you come visit,
Yeah.
we have a spare jacket.
Yeah, you put out your stuff. No, those are mine. Yeah, you could hang up your stuff, and then, you know, say you don't want to use a hanger, you could just quickly hang them on here. So yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
This is just for Phil.
Yeah, there you go, buddy. That's our Can-Am Pro Team stuff for being a Can-Am ambassador. He sends them really cool, and they're really super comfortable. They're like, this is more like a, you know, like a spring summer jacket. These are more like really a nice light hoodie, like more like spring, summer, fall. So they send some really nice stuff, some really cool hats. So sometimes we do little giveaways, give away some really cool stuff. Put that on. Oh yeah, it just suits you just perfect. Yeah, the flat brim just, yeah, it's awesome. Okay, I think we talked about everything. Mrs. Osa's just got to get going on grouting this. She's just dreading it, but she's got to get this grouted because it's really going to change the look. Because right now, the adhesive is white.
Showing people right now, because no.
It's your fault. The adhesive is white, so you see all the white lines. So it really gives you this different type of look than what it's actually going to look like. So it's going to be a nice dark grout. So
You can't put that in.
yeah. Oh yeah, and our little because it took forever for this adhesive to dry too. So we
I
had
wonder
to.
if it is drying.
Well, I'm sure it's dry. It's been like
It's
a
like
week.
totally different than
Yeah.
than
Grout. Mortar. Oh yeah, she's
And
dry.
on top of that,
You got to clean all that
you
out.
have to clean all this out because guess what? I'm
Yeah.
using black grout.
Yeah, so you don't
And
want
if
white to
this
show
little
through.
bit is in there, it comes through, and then you're gonna rip it out. That's why I don't. That's why I'm dreading it because
Just do it.
I look
Just
at
do
it
it.
and I see.
The viewers want it done. Me personally, you know, it's up to you, but the viewers want it, so.
Shut up. This is pretty much ready. I just have to take
Yeah,
this off.
yeah. Awesome. Okay, so get started. Okay.
Knock.
17 3/4.
You're supposed to say who's there.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing?
Okay, so we are doing our shelves in our pantry. So I don't know why.
The most economical way.
but Mrs. Asta wants to do 4 shelves.
Okay, look at. Okay, ready?
So that means 2 of them.
Look how tall.
You need a ladder.
Oh,
I agree. It is
yes.
pretty tall.
And guess what? You know, you can put like anything you want up there, like
So
even though it's
we're doing 16s so that you should be able to reach the top or the bottom 2 shelves, and then the top 2 you'll need a ladder or a step stool. So I'm just measuring 17 3/4 because then you can put the top of this at the mark. And if you put 16-inch, you would be trying to be like this, trying to line it up. So I'm just gonna put this right here. So 2 screws are gonna hit the stud. So we're gonna use nice big number 10 screws, and 2 of them are just gonna be in the drywall. So basically you're gonna have 4 supports for every shelf.
And the other thing, when you say, you know, like why, we don't have a lot of storage in here. I didn't really kind of organize it for a lot of, I mean, we do have the sea can, but
What do you mean storage for that? We got tons.
I'm just saying, if we did need a storage,
Kitchen's huge, lots of storage in there.
it's just in case.
Yeah, well totally, yeah. So some of the top stuff you'd put stuff I guess you just don't use all the time.
Like
And then-
platters and stuff for like
Hey,
special
look, I glued
occasions.
in my knot. Let's check it out. That was yesterday.
Funny.
I went by and it was sticking out so much it hooked my shirt. So let's see what it looks like. Oh,
Oh, better.
just a slight, but it was like out like this. And then I'm like, oh, I'll just take it out. Then you could see it was such a big hole. So,
Guess who else is here to help?
hey, where's your ball?
Bad apprentice.
Get it. Oh, there it is. She's such a little dork. Here, let's try it. Money, here. Give me. Good. I'm gonna throw it over here.
She really likes it, but she can't even barely grab it.
Here.
We can't even see her. Get it, Marley. Marley, did you talk to Fred today? If anybody remembers the I Am Legend, this is my Fred. Everybody say hi, Fred. Oh, side-by-side guys, blog guys on the screen because David can't help himself. All right.
This one.
Hoping this is really secure.
Oh yeah, it's right into stud. These are really fat screws.
Hold on. Oh.
Oh man. Man, that totally scared me. I'm like, did I just drill into some wires, you dork? I was like, oh crap.
Oh, dang.
Man, do you see how low that is?
Well, we're
That's
not.
pretty low.
Well, what do you want?
Well, I'm just saying that.
All right, so we came to a compromise.
Okay, so we just, good thing I went with the top one. We just swung this up, so it gives us another 3 inches. So it just gives you a bit more room here. So actually you should be able to access, this is counted basically as a shelf. So your stuff, whatever's up here, this one, and then this one.
The candy jars are important.
Yeah. It's just fills with like blue whales.
Oh my god,
cinnamon-
they'll just dry.
cinnamon hearts.
They don't. I don't
and
think they have a real seal on them.
what
You'd
are
have
other
to
good
be
ones?
jelly
Oh,
beans.
red strawberry twist, cherry twists. Oh.
No.
Okay, so that is super extra, super solid. So you'll be able to put real heavy stuff times those by 4.
We don't.
Oh yeah, you know what I should have did?
Is mark them all off before you
Yeah.
put the pole.
Yeah.
in? Well, you can
I'll
take
do
it
that
out.
for the rest.
But
This has a magnet, so we'll be able to do this for the rest. Holy-
that, but the shelf goes on there, and then you can do it.
Oh my. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good point. Okay, next one.
All right, next.
Look at the little river I made. It's been raining off and on all day. Look at the river. It goes all the way down there. If we tried to move right now, holy would things get muddy. Okay guys, it has been raining for 2 days, pretty much solid. So we have a little issue with some water around one of the windows, so Tom came out to have a look and he couldn't really find anything, so pretty minor. But anyways, so we didn't want a chance going up the hill. It's so greasy, so he's gonna just try to turn around here. This is Asta. What is she doing? Looks like she's just trying to get out of his way, I guess. Anyways, got the shirt fired up in case we need it. Figures he can just turn around and get going again here. Nice. crazy. This is awesome. She's just an off-road. She's an off-road legend. Okay, let's get out of her way. Maybe she can make it. I'll be like Rob Schneider, you can do it! As I almost drive off the edge. I'm trying to watch here. Those lines aren't really lined up. Okay, ready? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Whoa, even we were sliding there. I told her just to put it in sport mode so it can spin. Oh, she's already fishtailing. And just give her the beans, give her the sauce. Oh yeah. Oh, I stole the shirt. She totally made her. Woo. Look at how greasy it is, you guys. Holy cow. And I totally stole the shirt. All right, success. Yeah, she is lucky, guys. We're still waiting for Dean to come back to bring us some gravel and build this up. So, but in the meantime, we really needed the moisture, so this will really help. Man, the grass is going to be 10 feet long now. What did you just say? More swear words? So the last few nights we've been noticing we've been running the air conditioning because it's been so warm outside. And we're like, man, it seems like it's not blowing as cold. Well, A, it was full of dust, so I blew that out. But look at this, you guys. There is a freaking wasp nest in here around all the wires. Oh, I thought I heard buzzing. You imagine if I started getting smashed by wasps up here? Man. Like, of all the places for these guys to build a freaking nest in amongst all the wires and tubes. So I'm totally going to rip it out and pray there's no wasps in there. Oh yeah, we would have seen them inside. Oh, it's so old and crusty. Oh my God, that is crazy. You guys, this is nuts. Man, that's nuts. Yeah, totally. We used to always have wasp issues at the lake. Dayton, our son, he took the garbage out one time. He got hammered like 5 or 8 times by wasps. I've been stung so many times. I frickin' burned lots. You know, you buy that wasp spray, it actually works really good. Holy, that's crazy. So here's the bulk of it. Crazy, hey?
Sounds like you're like grabbing people out of them.
Yeah, totally. Man, that's so nuts. They regurgitate. I don't know if they remember, seemed like they're always on that tamarack tree. So I don't know if they take stuff off that and then mix it with spit and that's what they use to build it, but some sort of fibers. Okay, I'm gonna blow the rest of this out of here and then you can go inside and test it and see how it works. Okay, that should run much better. This is like 100% cleaner now. So it should do a much better job. Crazy, I still can't believe that. Freaking awesomeness. That's nuts. Okay, I'm gonna throw the cover back on. Holy good evening, guys. So we are only 2 weeks away from the longest day. It's 10 o'clock at night. We're just out here burning a whole bunch of wood, a bunch of scrap pallets. Dan Peterson, a guy we used to ride with a few years ago, he builds these incinerators. And holy, do they work. If you got a bunch of scrap wood and stuff, rather than paying to haul it to the dump, just a jerry can in the back. Anyways, yeah, this thing works like so good, and it burns so hot there's like no smoke. There's a fire licking out of the top. But yeah, such a good way to get rid of scrap wood without paying to take it to the dump. Good evening, guys. So pretty exciting. We're getting our first little pieces of furniture. We picked up two, they're called chair and a halves. They're like little mini couches for in front of the fireplace. So it rained the last couple days, so it's a little tacky, so we figured we just transfer them from the truck. Then we don't gotta unload this culvert right now. We can just take deep six and bring them around front, and let's go get them in place. One thing we haven't really shown is how much I don't know, it's not really behind the scenes, but how much prep, like everything in this house that's got stained, Mrs. Osta's done it. And now this stuff's got to get stained and varnished. Doesn't it look funny? As it dries, it gets clear. So these ones over here were done first. So the very first one, totally almost all the way dry. And the one she just finished doing, doesn't that look crazy? So it dries and it just gives like a low sheen kind of seal on it.
And then you gotta let that coat dry, and then you gotta sand it. Then you gotta wipe it.
Sand, wipe. So how many, 3 coats total?
Well, because these are going in the closet.
2 is good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all these are for, I never showed you guys that. We are starting a little kind of closet organizer in our closet. Anyways, I was showing you guys, we unloaded the chairs off the Defender there, and I never showed you guys how they are in place here. So they fit perfect. So we just gotta find some little kind of like coffee table or some kind of little end table or something for the sides, but they're pretty awesome. It'll be a really comfy place to sit in the winter with the fireplace going. It's a comfy place to sit to watch a little TV here while you're relaxing. So it ended up fitting the space really nice, and they're actually really comfortable chairs, and we got a really good price on them. So it was like a win-win-win. So I just wanted to show you that and show you how much freaking behind the scenes work Mrs. Osta does. She gets up early, does it so the coat will be dry so that she can do a second coat in the evening. So she's always working. So, all right. So here's closet organizer I was talking about. So she's staying all those boards, so that'll go all on the outside. So it'll be all this, kind of match the ceiling. So this will be all shelves. And then on each side, there'll be double closet rods, one there. So you can hang all your sweaters and jackets and stuff like that. And then all your foldable stuff can go on the shelves. And then all your, like, say, socks and underwear and stuff will go in the dresser. The dresser is going to go right there. We kind of taped it out either there, or we'll turn it this way. We'll see how much room there is, how much of a pain in the butt that is to hang stuff there. If it's in the way, we'll just turn it the other way. And then I think we're going to put maybe a mirror on this wall here. So if you're getting ready, kind of look at yourself if that's enough room. If you can step back. If not, we could do some more shelves here. We're pretty open to what we can do in this room here. So I just made this out of, I cut the 2x4s down to about 2x3 or 2 by 2.5, so 1.5 by 2.5, and then just did this simple little frame, just nice and sturdy. And then wherever hopefully there's a stud somewhere, and then we can secure that to the wall, so that's nice and secure. And then, like I said, hang those basically curtain rods off the side. So, all right. Oh, also, I never showed you guys the pantry. So we got this really cool, what's it called? It's called a sideboard or something like that. So it's got a ton of storage, got lots of big shelves, drawers, and then it's got all these cool shelves behind these little, it's like little mini barn doors. So you can fit all kinds of stuff in there too. So a really cool look and really practical. And then you got the whole top tube, basically it works as another shelf. And then here's all our shelves. So we did 3. So it actually worked really good for spacing. So you can kind of put bigger stuff that you don't have to access that often at the top. But man, working with this, like it's like 1x9 or 1x10, it was kind of warping on us, and look at all the extra stuff we had to do, but it turned out great. I freaking cut flat bar, painted it all, so that holds the ends together. And then we used these 3/4 inch clamps and basically sucked everything down to the pipe brackets. So we got everything. The shelves are super solid, and they leveled them out really nice, so you got no humps and heaves and stuff like that. You can see this wood is kind of rough type wood too. So it just held everything together. So those little brackets look pretty cool too. They look like they're like just an added thing for looks, but they actually serve a really important purpose to keep everything kind of flat and stuff. So yeah, that'll be all kind of filled up with your pantry needs, any canning or any extra stuff, and paper towel and stuff could go up on the top there. And then we'll just have a little stool in here. And then eventually, I think we'll have we might have a little door in here, or else we might just finish the inside and just keep that as an open door frame, and then easy to get to the freezer from there. So yeah, and we did all the door frame, all the trim and molding and stuff on the little door framing here. And I don't know if you guys remember, but we talked about this a couple of videos ago. Let's turn the light here. This is going to be a bookshelf. It's going to be really cool. So we left the baseboard back a bit, so it'll be all trimmed out. It'll look like a bookshelf, but you'll push it and it'll open, and it'll actually be the door. So I don't know what we'll put on it for stuff that you don't want falling off when you open it, but in the end it'll look like it'll be like a secret little room behind the bookshelf. So that should turn out pretty neat too, and still be nice and usable. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay. One thing we never showed you guys is how we put together our little toilet paper roll holders. These are just 1/2-inch pipe nipples, they're called. So it's like a 2-inch, a 6-inch, 1/2-inch cap, and a 1/2-inch 90, and then a 1/2-inch flange. So super easy. And then I just painted them satin black. So super easy to put your toilet paper on it, and works really good. Works right beside the toilet. Perfect. So we made one of those for the toilet upstairs and the toilet in our bedroom too. What are you working on? So Mrs. Oss is working on these dimmer switches that are beside the bed, but it's a little bit more complicated, right? Look at this thing.
Not really. You just put this one on the switch. And
The main one?
these are actually like dummy switches, he told me.
Oh, weird.
So they don't actually, so you just literally screw this on.
Yeah.
And then you put this into here.
Yeah.
And then you put a cover on it, so it's not.
But it still controls the lights.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's
That's the master, those are slaves.
yeah, but this one is like, it doesn't, it's like a battery, I think.
Oh, yeah. So the main one goes there.
Like wired in.
So then you can have control of your lights while you're laying in bed. So if you have your lights on, you don't have to get up out of bed. So I just want to show you. Here's our little one for in here. So this one needs a new roll of toilet paper, but yeah, they work really good. And I never showed you guys any of our barn doors. They turned out freaking awesome. So we're getting some custom brackets made for the bottom. So they don't just swing like that. They'll be in a little guide down there, but they roll so freaking nice. So all the hardware is like freaking awesome. So look at that. So yeah, all the barn doors worked out pretty cool. This door is freaking heavy. I bet you that door weighs 60 pounds. They come with this little hardware, and you put these little safeties in so that someone can accidentally hit the door up and have it come off the track, because holy, that would cause a lot of damage. So they just can't go up enough to get off the track with those little safeties in. And if you want to take it off, you just twirl them to the outside and then you can take it off. So it's a pretty cool little thing. I'll show you the one in the kitchen. Leonard did such an awesome job putting the tile on. Everything turned out freaking really, really, really nice. So it's so awesome too. You don't need to use any trim because all the corners are everything turned out so slick. So no need for any trim to cover up anything. So no, like where the tiles meet the cupboards. Where the tiles meet the cupboards. Tile goes right to the cupboard. There's no trim to cover the edges. Yeah, you don't need anything.
There's lots of people that are like, oh, it's so dark.
But really it's not.
Really like
Look at stand back from back here.
the look and a light fixture.
Oh yeah.
Make that
We're also
look at, there's a piece of it.
yeah. So how many are we gonna do of those?
I have no idea.
Like 6 or 8. So these are what's gonna hang down. Here, you hold it. I'll back up. So we have it's a little over 6 feet. It's like 6 foot 8-inch log that goes up there and attaches to the roof with this block and tackle. I'll show you guys in a sec. And then we have like 8 of those, like 4 and 4 that are gonna hang off there.
Right there.
Oh yeah, we've got a whole pile of them. So Those are gonna hang off that log. So we basically bought like a, you know, like a light fixture, and then we're just kind of taking it apart and using all the pieces. So that's gonna turn out really sweet, and we'll get rid of those ugly pigtails.
Oh, by the way, I was told that only fancy people have pot fillers.
Oh, fancy. Man, I didn't really know about them other than in restaurants, but once we found out about them, like, it makes so much sense. You don't have to fill your stuff at the sink, and then, you know, not like it's a huge deal, but it's just really nice and convenient to have it right there. So
Real nice pot, real nice.
So yeah, there's the brass fitting right there. That's just what I was talking about. So you unscrew that nipple, use some nice Teflon tape, thread that baby in. Oh, there's a nice little collar. Perfect. And then that baby.
That'll cover up any little
Yep.
gaps in behind there.
Yeah, which Leonard left like basically no gap. It's so tight. So yeah, that's gonna be freaking super awesome. Yeah, exactly like that. And then you just thread her on until she's nice and tight. Till she's tight and doesn't leak. I'll show you guys the log. It's out here. Oh, it's dark. Whoops. Oh, it's in the other room. Mrs. Osta stained it. Here's the block and tackle though. So we bought this like antique block and tackle, and this is what's gonna hold the log up to the ceiling. Super cool. So one side is a big metal pulley, and the other side is a nice, cool wooden one. Isn't that freaking cool? Man, that was like, I can't remember what we paid for, like $50 or something. It was fairly inexpensive. And then we'll take apart the rope, and we'll use the rope because you need like 4 ropes to go to each one to kind of use up all the pulleys and make it look right. So, and the rope is definitely good enough, you know, has to hold up a log. So it's probably good for a couple £100 for each strand, and there'll be 8 strands. So plenty good. You'll be able to swing from it. But yeah, I can't wait to show you guys that when we get it done, or when we're doing it. It's going to turn out really cool. And then we're done all the pine out here. I don't know if I even showed that. And we're just working on the posts now. We got them all up there. So we just got to get our spacing, and we got to start bolting them on. So we'll use a square and a level, get them all really nice. If we have to use little shims or whatever, use shims, get everything really nice so that the panels sit all perfect in a row, right? So Mrs. Ossa did a ton of this pine by herself when I was at work. So even our little mudroom here. So this is how this is gonna look. So we're gonna put our big 85-inch TV right there. So we could have even a little sitting area here. There'll be a beer fridge right here. So after a day's ride, we could hang out in the shop or hang out in the Can-Am lounge, depending on how dirty everyone is. So we made a really nice wide door, so we have no trouble getting stuff around in here. And then we just got to finish on the inside. So all this same thing, it's got to get all finished in pine. And we got to build a bench here, build some nice coat hooks. We'll probably get a nice piece of timber from the old barn for the coat hooks. And I'm not sure, we might put a little door on here so we can hang the central vac hose on and stuff in there. So, and then this area will just be all pined as well. And we'll make a nice little door here that kind of hides the freezers in there. So, and we have all the stairs cut. So we're just in the process of putting those on too. We're waiting for our kick plates though. So this is how the stairs are gonna look. These really nice big 2-inch thick, kind of roughs on 2x8s as well. So, or 2x10s I think they are. So each stair will look like that instead of the plywood. So, and with the toe kicks, the toe kick will go right up underneath, so you will never see any of the plywood. It'll be all nice and finished like that. So that'll be awesome. So we need like three and a bit big pieces for the little landing here, and then all the treads for the steps going down. Man, didn't this metal turn out awesome for the corners? Gives you a really nice finished look, and then matches all the trim around the doors too. So that turned out really nice. That was Mrs. Osta's idea. And then Pineland Metal bent it up. They're so awesome at little trims and stuff like that. They can make pretty much anything you can think of, they can make. So, all right, that's it for now. It's crazy. It's almost 10 o'clock at night, and it's so light out still. If it wasn't for the clouds, it would be super light, but it looks like we're gonna get a little dose here. I seen a bunch of lightning when I first walked out. So, and it's a little windy, so a little crazy. I'll just fill up our lake a little bit more, So we're definitely up a couple inches. I think we've got a couple inches of rain the last week, so I think you can hear thunder off in the distance. So of course we're due for another rain because everything's nice and dry and easy to get around. So man, that rock looks good. So we had a few rains, so it washed it. So this should be the final color now. It darkened it up quite a bit. Actually, this rock here is a little bit more lighter. Let's see if we can tell. It's got those nice dark accent rocks in there. But when Tristan was going through the pallets, he felt that pallet was a little lighter, so he left that over there. Didn't mix it in with this one. What do you guys think? I think it looks fairly similar, especially on camera. By eye, maybe this is a little darker, but see, now that's all washed. Oh man, that was a lot of rock. Man, that was a lot of work. It was, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of money, but I think it's worth it. It really finishes off the look of everything up front here. Oh, I seen a big lightning. I missed it. Oh, look at the sunset in the windows. Obviously it's far, far away because I still haven't heard the thunder, so maybe in half hour we'll get a bit of rain. But anyways, I think that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. Do it for Dale. Just kidding. We'll friggin' see you later. just joking, Cletus.